Hey beings, you are watching Healthy Mind, the station for all things self-investment stuff. If this is your first time here, thank you for being here. My name is Danny. I am your self-investment storyteller, which means I like to uncover topics and stories, concept that explores our health, our well-being, and our mindset. And we do this collectively on our self-investing journey, on our self-development journey. So what I'm doing lately on the channel is I'm providing a resource in either the area of our inner well-being, our mindset, or our financial well-being that can contribute to your self-development journey. And today I want to share with you a resource that you can use if you're looking for a home, but maybe you have some issues with saving appropriately for your down payment, or if you have a bad credit score. Now, recently I went to an event and there were some real estate agents there and some lenders there, and I was able to see if they've ever heard about two primary programs. One was called NACA, and if you're interested in learning about NACA, I will have a video coming out soon to explain NACA. But in short, NACA is a program that helps people who also have bad credit scores. They focus more on you building habits so that you can save accordingly, be able to get all your paperwork in order, but it does take a long process. And then there was another program I wanted to seek the attention from lenders from, which was a program called Landis. Now, Landis is fairly new. It's been around for about 3 years, and it's actually started a little bit before the pandemic, and so it's starting to make its way back into the scene. There are investors like Jay-Z and Will Smith who have put their money behind Landis, and so I decided to take a look to see what the program is all about. So from my experience and from my research, Landis is attached to what we call the rent-to-own industry, which means that you can rent your home and then purchase it eventually. Now, there's a stigma behind rent to own. A lot of people don't like the rent to own concept because they start stealing some money from you. Maybe not stealing, but if you don't read the fine print, you'll realize that you are spending way more money with rent to own industries who are out to just take the money from you, and they're not intentional about helping you actually get into your home. What stood out about Landis is a program that's going to help you not only save your down payment with your rental payments, but also help you with your credit and build you along the way. They have an incentive to get you into your home a lot sooner. There is going to be a property value that's going to change by the time that you purchase the home, and they may be getting something on the back end from that. But compared to other rent-to-own industries, you may be in luck with Landis, but do not take my word for it, because you are an intentional researcher. You make sure that you pose the questions that are aligned with your life and your role and what you want to do if you decide that you want to buy a home using the rent-to-own process. I'm here to say, hey, let's look at this. I did a little bit of research. Now it's time for you to do a little bit more research. So let me go ahead and dig into the benefits of Landis. Then I'll come back and then we'll go over some questions that's going to be valuable to you on your journey for buying a home if you have low credit and you decide to go the rent-to-own process. All right, so let's get into it. So there are a ton of benefits you can get from Landis. For one, Landis helps you build your credit score, and we all know that the higher your credit score, the better your chances of receiving a loan. They also help remove a percentage of your rent to serve as a down payment for your dream home. So you are a tenant, but on the path of becoming a homeowner. All the paperwork, house inspections, and appraisals will be covered by Landis. But let's go a little bit deeper. What are some other contributing factors that you should know about this rent-to-own industry? The value of the house, like all real estate properties, will appreciate over time, meaning that there's a high chance that you will pay a lot more for a home than Landis did in purchasing it. Alongside this, there's a maximum rental period of 24 months, after which you will be excluded from the program if you can't meet up with the mortgage payment. If you're interested in applying for the Landis program, you can do so by following these 3 quick steps. You'll visit www.landis.com, click on apply in the top right corner, and then fill out the application and then click send. You will receive a yes or no confirmation, and if you receive a yes confirmation, then you will move further along in the process. If you receive a no, you can call Landis to see if there's a reason why you didn't get approved, and then you can work upon that, or they may be able to send your application through because you have that human to human, that being to being interaction instead of just AI and a computer, to see if there's some things that they miss or something that they can help you with. I also want to point out that people are usually able to follow a program based on other people's reviews. So I found some random reviews, well, not random, but reviews aligned with Landis.com on Google.com in the United States of America. And I wanted to share with you. And I didn't really find a lot because, again, I said it's a new program, but I will tell you what a girl named Cynthia F said and what a guy named Robert M said. So let's check out what Cynthia said. So what did Cynthia say? The team was incredibly helpful. Thank you so much for helping me to own my home in 1 year. And what did Robert say? The process was easy and simple. There was no catch. The mortgage is so much cheaper than rent. I wish I had done this earlier. All right, guys. So if you decide that Landis is the way to go, I do want you to be mindful and intentional about this process. What I would do is go ahead, fill out the application because there is no harm. They say yes or say no. You go ahead, you submit your documents. Once you submit your documents, you'll be able to know how much you will get from the Landis program. But I do want you to be mindful of the entire process. So really dig into the questions. Put yourself in a position where you're not just doing something blindly, but you are investigating how to live your life more abundantly. And so when you're living your life more abundantly, you want to make sure that you're not cutting corners, that you understand the entire process, and that you present as many questions as possible. And do not be afraid of questions. If you do not understand something, make sure that you understand it at the end of the day because you want to make sure you're comfortable. So look in the areas of finances. Can I afford this? Does this make sense for me? Look at your habits. Are you able to build habits that can put you on the journey of buying a home? And when I say this, buying a home is a lot more than renting. There is not someone who's going to come and fix your maintenance request. You're going to be responsible for anything that happens in a home. There's going to be inspections. There are going to be a lot of things that you need to know about, but I do not want that to scare you. I want that to motivate you to research and understand the entire process. So if you are interested in learning more about breaking down the home buying process and taking the fear out of it, I will be having a panel of some real estate agents and lenders who I was grateful to meet over this past week so that they can discuss the questions that I would present, and hopefully this will be something that you can benefit from. So if you don't want to miss that, and you haven't already, make sure you click on the notification button so that you get that information when it comes out. Make sure you click the connect button so you can subscribe and connect with me for more of my resources coming up. So let's go ahead and dig into some other things to be mindful about with Landis, and then we'll go along our way to go researching and intentionally living our mother-loving lives. Okay. So Landis will charge an exit fee if you choose to opt out the program. Let's say after signing up and moving into your dream home, you no longer enjoy the house, or perhaps your taste in housing has changed, which is something that can happen. So you intend to move out. Landis has a policy where they will refund your down payment, but will remove a percentage of it as an exit fee charge. Now this is excellent, right? This is buyer's remorse. I don't really like it. I want to get out of it. Landis is like a little cushion, a little protection, which I think is very unique about the program, right? So consider this when considering Landis. What else? There are some set standards requirements that you need to meet before you can be considered for the program. You will need to have a credit score of 550 and an annual income of $30,000 per year. If you do not meet this criteria, then I'm afraid you won't be able to be accepted by the Landis program. Also, Landis only purchases homes that are between the range of $110,000 to $400,000. Any rate lower or higher, and Landis might not be the right real estate company for you. Now, this is very important because if you live in an area where $110,000 is not going to cut it, and that's what you get approved for, then you might have to start looking at the areas a little bit further out. And I spoke to some real estate agents and some lenders, again, as I mentioned before, and if you're looking for your dream home where you want to live, then you might want to be intentional about just jumping into a program like Landis that might have a lower approval rate, and you might want to go through other programs that are out there. And if you're interested in learning about other programs that can help you, then put it in the comments. But if you're looking for just starting to get into investing in real estate property and you want that to be a part of your portfolio, then I would consider like using this program as leverage to help you really get into real estate and go ahead and buy that house. But if you're looking for a home where you want to live and you want to be in the community that you want to be in, then be mindful about that. For me, I live where I live. There are probably some other places that I could live that I would love to, but it's, you know, not me in my life right now where it's at, but it will one day. But I'm saying that I want to be in the area that I live in. And with the Landis program, if I get approved for a loan in this program, it has to meet the houses in my area, which are very, very expensive. And so those are the things that I would consider. So you would consider the same. Go ahead on Zillow, go ahead, put your zip code in, look at the houses in your area. What are they going for? Look at that number and see, once you fill out the Landis application, does it make sense? And then look at other zip codes that you would consider. Would I go into the zip code? And then when you're looking at these zip codes, please, if you have children, of course, you want to look at the school systems. You want to look at what's around it. Is it going to be good for you? Are you working in the area or are you working remotely? These are things that you can consider when you're looking for a home that's going to work if you decide to do a home outside of the area that you wanted originally. All right, what else to consider? There's a clause included for secure payment that applies to your down payment as long as your house is damaged. This security payment will depend on the purchasing plan you have earlier selected. And one more thing, you can only move into your dream home within 2 to 5 weeks after you made the payment. So it's best to start early when signing up for this program. Before you sign up for the program, do you have a home that you long to live in? Have you analyzed your income and 100% sure that you will be able to purchase the home within 24 months of the rental period? Are you comfortable knowing that rent is calculated at a side market value? Landis are not lenders, so you will have to find a bank or a local lender if you want to get a loan. Are you eligible to get this said loan? I would strongly advise you think carefully before making this decision, because I care about you and your decisions, and I want you to make the best, and I want you to feel comfortable with your decisions. Landis is best suited for people who are certain that they can purchase their dream home. If you are not, then perhaps this program is not for you. And so I want to close by saying this again, that you are looking for a home with Landis. Landis is going to be the focal point when you look for that home and you want to rent that home. They're going to buy that home for you. Once they buy that home, they're going to rent it out to you. So this part of the process, I think is beneficial, because if you're in a buying market, you know, sometimes you can be looking at a lot of different things that you don't want them to look at. And if you have Landis representing you and they are representing their client and they don't see the client but they're working with Landis, some people may be more inclined to work with Landis, which gives you leverage in this market. So I think that's a really beneficial thing about Landis, is that they can be the face of you renting this home eventually and then buying it straight from them, and you already have that relationship built with them. And the relationship that you're building with Landis is, hey, they want to get your credit score up. They want to put you in a position to have a down payment so that you can, at the end of the 12 months or the 24 months, go to a lender and say, I want to buy a home, and then you would buy it from Landis. Now, if you're looking for a lender, I would always recommend credit unions. If you don't have Navy Federal, there's CQs and MEQs in certain states. I'm not really sure about all states, but I know in my state and the state I lived previously, there are credit unions, state employee credit unions, and they are very, very helpful. So I would look there first, or I will look into how you can get into those credit unions, see if you can apply to those credit unions and all of the things that need to be things aligned with you so that you can get the benefit of getting a loan through a credit union. If not, it's really good to go with lenders who are not banks, but they specialize in mortgage, because they are a little bit less, I want to just give you anything just because I want to make the sale, than those who are intentional about helping you with a home. So I hope that there was a return on the investment of time you spent with me today. Will you check out Landis if you already have a home? Because you put in the description below, the comment below, what has helped you on your journey. What are some things that you wish you have done? What are the things that you wish that you were mindful about on your buying process? Please put that in the comments below. And if you have ever heard of the Landis program, what do you think about it? Are there questions that you could think of after watching this video? Please put them in a comment. Until next time, hold on to you as much as you can. Hold on to your health, your being, and your mind. Be mindful. Bye.